What's this?
A couple of truckloads molybdenum ore. You put me to driving a truck, I didn't get a chance to dump my first load.
What the heck you doing back here?
Mill don't want it. Mill said, scat with that ore.
That's all? What else they say?
Mill said, call him.
I'll call him. I'll make this call in person.
Don't sound good at all. What do you figure?
Now, I figure to get me a cup of coffee.
You got here fast.
Are you converting to a rest home? You still running a mill here?
Right now, we're doing a little of both.
Why the cutback?
There's no cutback, Marino. There's a stop order.
A what?
No more ore until a new contract is worked done.
What kind of a ring-a-ding are you handing me? A contract's been a matter of routine between Manatee and the ranch.
Mr. Manatee doesn't work here anymore. We got a new owner. Bradford Enterprises.
When this happened?
Oh, it's been in the works. Deal was made right after,
Right after our contract ran out. The Manatee didn't tell Red to go, you didn't tell me, and that's how life goes, huh?
So, set up a new deal with Bradford and start hauling again.
Yeah. That's all the Garrett Ranch needs right now. A rapid punch like this.
I realize all that, but don't forget that Lucia's will was designed to keep the ranch itself intact, so please bear in mind. Besides meeting Connie's share of the estate.
There's the inheritance taxes. We know, Harvey.
You're so right, Tal. Together, they skim, thank you, they skim a large portion of working capital, pure capital, right off the top. Now, most of the stock and bond portfolio will be cleaned out. We'll have to sell off some of our peripheral operations, the easily negotiable.
Now, just a minute, Harvey. Connie doesn't have to have a whole share right now. She and Dan are doing all right. I'm sure she'd wait.
I'm sure she would, too, but let's start clean. Pay off the obligations. Know where we stand, with no hangovers.
I'm glad you want it that way, partner.
So what's on your list is easily negotiable?
Well, this house, as we know.
As we know. No sense in us rattling around a big empty house.
We'll be better off up above, Tiger. Burn the guest ranch sign. Turn the whole spread back into a working ranch the way it was in the beginning.
A return to the beginning.
I've already got a client who wants to lease this place with option to buy.
Let's get to the big stuff, Harvey.
Well, Garrett Petroleum first.
The whole works. We'll be out of the crude business.
We'll have other areas to explore, Tiger.
We keep the molybdenum mine, I assume.
I should hope so. It's been making a steady profit for us for the last 3 years.
Well, that leaves Feed Processing Corporation. Cement Company. And the Ponderay Cliff Dwellings. Thomas Fenton Giler's man was on the phone yesterday about that.
No, Harvey. Not the ruins. You know what Mom had in mind.
Giler wants to build, quote, the most lavish, spectacular desert lodge in the whole Southwest on that site. And you know Giler. He thinks and operates as big as Conrad Hilton.
I agree with Tal, Harvey. The dwellings are a real early Americana landmark.
And every working unit of this ranch has got to operate in the black, or you're in trouble. No division, be it lumber, cattle, sheep, or mining, can expect to be carried by the others.
That's the way we want it.
And that's the way we'll run it.
Yep. Jim. In here, Paul.
Yeah, you ready for this? The Manatee Mill has a new owner.
What?
Right before your very eyes.
Who bought it?
Bradford Enterprises.
Bradford.
Where'd you get this?
Blue pack. He said my truck's backloaded. A stop order until they deal us a new deal.
This has got to be a gag.
I don't understand why we weren't told. Jim, if you're going to try to call Manaphy, dial long distance. He left for Canada a week ago on a hunting trip.
Yeah. This is Redigo speaking. St. Louis.
Mr. Redigo?
Yes.
This is Walter Kenner of Bradford Enterprises. I'm sorry about the mix-up at the mill this morning. You should have been notified earlier.
Yes, we should have been.
Wednesday, Mrs. Neva Bradford and I will be flying down to confer with you about a new deal for the molybdenum mine.
The sooner the better.
Good. Shelley Hansen, our chief mining engineer, will be coming along with us. Well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you then. We should be in no later than noon, all right?
Fine. Goodbye, Mr. Kenner. Mrs. Bradford and company will be flying down here Wednesday.
That's all that was said?
What kind of a way to do business is this?
Excuse me. You know, I got a work gang that's got it so interested in where the next meal's coming from. What am I going to tell them?
Keep them working. We'll stick to the schedule.
Jim, I always like the way you attack a bull. Now, what about that new testing area? Do we go out and blast tomorrow?
Yeah.
Now, what's the point of that, Jim? Lay the men off for a few days. We find out just what Bradford has in mind.
We'll stick to the schedule. We already supply 2/3 of Manaphy's ore. If anything, Bradford will want to step up production.
I hope you're right.